Ooh, well, that's not the background we need for this, is it? No, it's not. Let's switch it to something like since we just did that, we don't need that again. Let's go with this, I guess. All right, Bishop and Crossbones. There I am. Hi, everybody. Well, that was crazy. I don't know what was going on. Anywho's, we're going to be drawing a new character today. We spent this weekend. We put together, what do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Like 14, 15 different decks. And these are, pretty well, like, these are full decks of for the characters. And, oh, Jesus. Oh, that makes sense that this card would break on me like that. That's awesome. So these are like these aren't just, how do I want to put this? This isn't just, throw in the best cards you got and make a deck and then take those cards out and put them in another deck. These are like individual decks. Like if there's repeatable cards they're in the deck, they're going to go in. So these aren't the min-max decks that you would like kind of min-max to and try to make the best of the best, I guess is the best way to put it. These are kind of like, especially the last few of these that I was building was like, I can only use whatever is left here. So, from my packs. I've still got a bunch of cards left. As you can see, these are all the cards from the red, green, blue, and yellow, and white that I haven't used. So these are, still gives me lots of options to be able to use, but like, not every deck has got a Nick Fury in it because I don't have a Nick Fury. I don't have 14 Nick Fury cards. Another one of these cards busted. I felt it and when I was shuffling it. Here it is. These sleeves, yes, they're cheap, but cheap is not great sometimes. You have to be careful how you shuffle these cards, because if they... Anywho's. Bishop versus Crossbones. We've, I think like the last couple characters were just like Magic, Bishop, Iceman. I think all the brand new heroes were basically just precon decks. I didn't like change anything out. I can't say that I didn't, but I don't remember like specifically doing that. So maybe there's some. It's not the exact one, but I didn't spend a lot of time on these characters here, as opposed to like Spider-Man. So here's the ones we did. And the reason I mostly did this is because we got the fancy dancy new sleeves. So we got Captain Marvel. Her deck is ready to go. We got Captain America with his fancy cards. Yes, fancy cards. We got Peter Parker with his fancy cards. With the Spider-Man. We got Black Panther with his, yes, fancy dancy Black Panther card sleeves. We got the Spider-Man Miles Morales with his, again, Spider-Man cards for Miles Morales Spider-Man. We got James Rhodes, aka War Machine, with the other card sleeves. We got Ghost Spider with the, once again, the Spider. I bought like enough Spider-Man sleeves for several because I knew, well, you got the Web Warrior, so I was, yeah. We got Iron Man with the Iron Man sleeves. Look at these nice looking Iron Man sleeves, yeah. And if you watched this last week, we got Black Widow with the Black Widow sleeves. These are the best looking sleeves. Best looking sleeves. Then we got Rogue with just black, just generic black sleeves. We have Magic with just, again, the black sleeves. Because I had some extra blacks, some extra greens. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, sorry. Then we got Iceman here with just a generic green. We got Camo with the generic black. We got Rogue. Did I go over Rogue? I got Rogue with the generic black. Magic with the generic black. I'm using the blue for all of the villains and all of the, yeah, the things. The encounter sets, I think is what they're called. So I've used up a whole box of nothing but enemies. These are all the bunch of the different bosses, a few bosses over here, and then all these are your different encounter sets. And I still have a whole nother box. So I've only got like maybe 100 more blue ones, so I haven't decided if I'm going to order some more blue ones. I don't know. Anyways, I figured get some done. We got Crossbones done. We got a bunch of the other ones of different varying degrees of difficultiness. All right. I need to make sure that is working. All right, so we're going to do Bishop against Crossbones and see how it goes. I know Crossbones tends to be a little weaker, but after our Ultron and Magic show the other day, it was terrible. Magic, I don't know if she's underpowered or just Ultron is overpowered. I'm not sure. So let's see what we got here. And of course, we don't have a player mat for Bishop. There is no player mat. Bishop. Lucas Bishop, recovery of 4. He's a mutant. He's temporal. In Alter Ego, he has a temporal displacement response. After you change to this form, add a temporal card in your discard pile to your hand. So you're going to have to flip over and then flip back into this to activate this special ability. He has, as Bishop, he's got 2 thwart, good 2 attack, 1 defense. So not good at defending, but good at thwarting and good at attacking. So pretty good overall solo player, although 2/2/2 would be better. He's also temporal and X-Men hero. He's got energy absorption response after Bishop takes any amount of damage from an attack. Discard an equal number of cards from the top of your deck and each resource card discarded this way to your hand. So he is all about resource cards because when he takes damage, say 4 damage, you're going to draw those. You're going to look for anything that's a resource and add it to your hand. So he's all about getting resource cards added to his hand, which seems pretty interesting. I will say that. Now, with that said, after I played Magic the other day, I kind of was reevaluating the situation with her cards, and I think her whole mechanic, I wasn't using her mechanic. Yes, she was going up against Ultron, which is super hard and difficult to begin with, but I think she could probably do good against other heroes. So if we get a chance, we'll try and bring her back out once I get a chance to reevaluate her. I'm trying to play all the characters we have. Somebody requested we play some of the Guardians of the Galaxy, which I have only played Groot a couple times. I played Rocket once, I think, and only once. I played Star-Lord 0 times. I played Nebula 0 times. I played Gamora, I think, either once or 0 times. And I've never played Drax, so there's a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy that I could use, which would be very cool, but yeah. One of these days, my friends, maybe I'll actually play everything that we have. Alright. So for Crossbones, he's got the attack on Mount Athena, blah, 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 blah. Get the weapons deck, which is these 4 random cards. He has the power gauntlets, the electric shield, the exosuit, and the laser rifle. We're going to shuffle those up randomly. And then we're going to flip up one, which is going to be the power gauntlets. So it's going to be given to Crossbones, who now has a force response. After the attached villain attacks and damages you, discard a card from your hand. We can spend a mental and physical resource to discard this card, which might be a good idea because Crossbones' whole thing is when he has a weapon attached to him, he gains piercing with all of his attacks, which is, yeah, not great. Only 3 to advance this stage. And one thing I did mention is as a bishop, we do get 12 health, 6 hand size on alter ego, 5 hand size on hero, which is very standard. So no shenanigans with that, which is nice. And let's go and see what we can do. How bad we can do this. We got team training, side by side, concussive blast, team training, supercharged, and side by side. That's 2 team trainings and 2 side by sides. It's a good thing we can mulligan. Mulligan is a trap, my friends. Don't mulligan. Just shuffle up and start again. You need every card you can possibly get. Don't try and mulligan. 95% of the time it's just a waste. You're not going to get any better cards, and the cards you do get are you're just going to use for resources anyways. If you don't start with anything you want, just shuffle up and start again. Mulligan is Marvel's Champion's way of trying to screw you over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try this again. Morrow, which I don't know anything about. Team training, which is going to be good to give extra hit points to characters. Randall, which is Bishop's special ally. Team training, again another team training. Wow, we got 2 team trainings again. The armored suit, attached to an X-Force or X-Men ally. When attached ally defeats a minion or side scheme, discard a card from your hand. Deal 1 damage to the attached ally for each resource on the card. And energy conversion. Energy conversion. Oh yeah, there we go. Reading hard. Defense. When an enemy attacks, shuffle each resource card in your discard pile into your deck. This would be really good later on, when I actually have resources to shuffle back into my deck. Not greatest hand on the planet again. Let's see what he does. Discard a resource card from your hand to ready Randall. If the card has a printed energy, heal 1 damage from Randall. He costs 3. He's a good thwarter. Morrow, after he enters plays, deal 2 damage to an enemy. 2 and 2 is all we're going to get out of this. We're not going to get a 3 and a 2. Alright, since we're only going to do 2 and 2. I guess we'll do Morrow. Let's do Morrow. Do 2 damage to an enemy. Boom, boom. He's going to take 10 down to 10. Then we're going to add in Team Training and give him an extra hit point. He takes a damage for attacking. We will flip over. We will attack for 2. So he's down to 8. Oh, the other thing we could have done was try to get rid of this. Hang on. Let's see if there's a way to actually do that. We need mental and physical. Okay. So I will spend these 2 cards. You know what? No, we'll spend these 2 for this. Then we'll spend these 2 cards to discard that. Get that out of here. And then we'll just keep this in our hand. He will attack for 2. Then we will attack for 2. And everything else will be fine. Already everything will draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What do we get this time? We got side by side, some energy, some supercharge, and side by side. What does this do? Ready your sidekick. Ready your hero and choose one. Sidekick, huh? Sidekick, I think you have to have a special card that's assigned to like one of your allies, and then you determine that he's your sidekick. So that's not great. Alright, Crossbones. Gonna get 1 at the start of his turn. He's going to attack us. We're just going to let him attack us. Are we going to let him attack us? So, wow, 3 plus 1, 4 damage. Well, alright, so we're down to 8. That was a very nice attack. Look at that. He used his Crossbones machine gun. Woo. Alright, and then we have an encounter. Villain's going to scheme. 1 plus 2. We got rid of our obligations. So he's going to scheme for 3 more, which is going to scheme this out. Congratulations. So we're on to the second already. The Infinity Stone. Inside the Pegasus facility shield, agents fight desperately to prevent Hydra from obtaining the reality stones within. Flipping this over. 6. Reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck, which is Energy Shield. Attached to the villain, he was going to gain Retaliate 1. We can spend an energy and mental to discard this card. Oh, lovely. Well, we didn't get rid of our obligation, though, so we don't have to worry about being obliged to do something else. And now it's our turn. I think what we're going to do That's unfortunate. Rather unfortunate. Let's see what this supercharge does. Discard a resource card from your hand. Place 1 charge counter here for each resource icon on the card. Then as an interrupt, we can make a basic attack. Discard supercharge. You get +2 to the attack for each charge here, to a maximum of 8. So that would cost us those 2. It's It's either that or bring Randall in. I could spend these 3 to bring Randall in and then spend this to ready him, but he's good at thwarting. He's not so good at attacking. And I don't know if spending 2 resources to heal 1 damage is a good option, to be honest. But we want to see how he plays. He's designed this way, so let's see. So I'm gonna spend these 3 to bring in Randall. And then I'm gonna have Randall attack for 1. He's down to 7. He's gonna take a damage. I want to have Morrow attack for 2. He's down to 5. Shoot. God. Yeah, we're going to have to undo all that crap. Hang on a second. I forgot he had that stupid... Alright, maybe not. We have to get rid of this. Can we get rid of it? Yes, we can. But we're going to have to use this and this to get rid of it. Okay. Ugh. So, that limits what we can do now. Well, bring him in for 3 resources. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll use him as our thwarting machine. So we'll just have Morrow. Oh, if Morrow attacks, he's going to die. You know what? I will attack. Bishop will attack for 2. Knock him down to 6. Morrow, sure. Let's just have... you know what? No. We'll use him as a blocker. Makes more sense to block. Alright, and Randall, that's fine. You stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, Crossbones gets 1 at the start of his turn. He goes to attack us. And we'll have Morrow jump in the way. Why not? 2 damage, which is just barely enough to kill him. And we have an encounter, which the villain's going to scheme again. Unbelievable. And it's going to be 1 plus 1 is only 2, so that's good. Oh, it should have started with 1 on here. So, he gained 1 at the beginning of his round. He just schemed for 2 more, and it should have started with 1. So, it's up to 6 already. Okay. And he's used up both of his advances. He's used up both of his advance, and then he had another advance. So, that was not very nice, Mr. Crossbones. You've really been slowing us down for no reason. So I got some stored energy, which is a resource. Advanced Suit. Attached to an X-Fort or X-Men ally. When attached, ally defeats a minion or side scheme, discard 1 card from your hand to heal 1 damage from attached ally for each resource on the card. Command authority. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. If you paid for this card with the resource card, draw a card. Well, let's do that. So we're going to use command authority. Spend some stored energy to remove 3 threat. That's nice. And we get to draw a card. The card is Lead from the Front. Oh, when we took damage, I forgot to activate our special ability. We should have drawn 4 cards. Gotta remember that, Jester. That's his whole gimmick. Alright. So, Lead from the Front, we'll spend these 2 for that. Each character that player controls gains +1 thwart and +1 attack until the end of the phase. So we're gonna We're going to get +1 and +1. Then I'm going to put this into play. And I can attack for 3. You can... I'm going to attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to take a... Nope, I'm not going to take any damage. And I think we're just going to let it ride, are we? Are we going to let it ride? Or are we going to flip over? We are going to... I don't think we're going to have Randall attack. That's fine. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to flip over, though? If I flip over... I get to add a temporal card from our discard pile to our hand, which would be nice. There's our resource cards. I think we'll do that next turn. So we're not going to flip over this turn. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry, 5. 5, yes, 5. There's our temporal card. And another power of leadership. Malcolm, Legion. All right. So he gets 1 at the start of his turn. He's up to 2 on that scheme. Then he goes to attack us. We'll just let him attack. 2 + 1 is 3. And there's Madam Hydra. Good to see her. Bye-bye. So we're down to 5 hit points. We have an encounter. Combat knife. Attached to the villain. He gets +1 to his attack. He's down to 3 hit points, though. Okay. We got some resources that... We got this, which would be great. So what I'm going to do is... I'm going to discard this card. Discard a resource card from your hand. Place 1 charge counter here for each resource on the... Oh, for each resource on the card. There's only 1 resource on the card. This one gives us +1 against leadership, which doesn't do us a gosh darn thing. All right, we're going to bring in Malcolm. It's going to cost us 3, which is going to be power and leadership and stored energy. No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be stored energy and... How do we want to do this is the question. That is a good point. So, I bring him in. It's going to cost me 3 resources. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm then going to have him attack. Which is going to take damage. He's going to do 2 damage to Crossbones. I am going to discard a resource card from our hand to ready Malcolm. And if that card has a printed physical icon, heal a damage. It's got wild, so I can make that whenever I want. So we can heal. Boom. And ready him. And so we can do 2 more damage, but I'm not sure I want to yet. I don't want to flip Crossbones over until after this turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Randall here, who's going to thwart for 2. Then I'm going to flip you over, and I get to add a temporal card from our discard pile to our hand, which will be this stored energy card, which I'm going to then discard Add a resource card from your hand. Place one charge counter here for each resource icon on it. So it has 2 on there. So we're going to add 2 on there. Boom. Do we want this guy? Probably do. And then I'm going to recover for 4. So back up to 9. And then I think we're going to ready everyone up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we got Bishop's uniform and Bishop's rifle coming out. We got a resource generator there. All right. So he gets 1 at the start of his turn. He is going to scheme for 1 + 1 is 2. We have an encounter, which is a Hydra soldier with guard. And it's back to our turn. He's only got 1 hit point, though. So we kill this guy. He's only going to have... Okay, we're getting somewhere now. We're getting some... Oh, there's Sidekick right there. Remember the one we talked about earlier? Sidekick. Attached to an identity-specific ally you control. Attached ally gets +2 hit points and is considered your sidekick. That's what you have to do. You have to play this card first before you can get that other one. Uniform. After you resolve energy absorption, which is this card, exhaust the uniform to heal 1 damage. Ooh, that's nice. And Bishop's rifle is restricted. Exhaust the rifle and choose an enemy. Deal a damage to an enemy for each resource card in your hand. That would be good. Okay. Getting both of those cards out would be very nice. We got to take care of that. Get that rid of. We got to get rid of this guy. I think he is going to be a good character to flip back and forth and back and forth. I think. All right. The most you can get on this is +4. So an extra 8 damage from this. I could have him attack, spend a resource, and have, ready him, and have him attack again. Oh no, wait, it's got to be a physical resource. Damn. Attached to an identity-specific ally you control. Gets +2 hit points and add your sidekick. After you make a basic recovery, heal 2 damage. Oh, so okay. We're gonna spend 1 and make Malcolm our sidekick. I don't know anything about this character. Sounds fun though. We're gonna make him our sidekick. So it's gonna cost us a resource. Legion. Bye. See ya. Then we're gonna make. We're going to we are going to spend these 2 resources. We're going to place them here. So now this card is going to give us extra 8 damage. All right. We need to get rid of this jerk. And then we need to flip Crossbones over. Oh, and we need a mental and physical. Shoot. I don't have a physical. That's going to be a problem. So he's going to gain piercing. Oh, he's going to go through our tough status cards, which we don't have, so that's no big deal. Alright, alright. So, what are we going to do? We're going to take the rifle or the uniform? Rifle or the uniform? We're going to go with the uniform. It costs us these two. Alright. We're going to flip over. Do we want to knock Crossbones over? I think we do. So Randall, once again, boom. You're going to take a damage and remove 2 threats. And Malcolm is going to attack and do 2 damage to him. I'm going to attack him and kill him off. Okay. So now we're ready to go. Flip him over next turn. It looks like. We'll see. Flipping him over next turn, I think. Alright, ready everyone? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He gets 1 at the start of his turn. He goes to attack us. We're just going to take it. We're tough. Oh, he's 2. Plus 1 is 3. So that's 6. He's piercing us, so he goes through our tough status card. We take 3 damage, so we're going to activate this. After Bishop takes any amount of damage from an attack, discard an equal number of cards from the top of your deck. Add each resource card discarded this way to your hand. So we're going to take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Any resources? We got a resource. Add it to our hand. Now, because we have Bishop's uniform, after you resolve Bishop's energy absorption ability, exhaust this and heal 1 damage from Bishop for each resource card in your hand. We have 1, 2 resource cards. So we'll exhaust this to heal 2. Bam. That's pretty cool. Alright, I dig in that. And that's it? Is that all you got for us? No, we have an encounter card, right? Yes. Or was that the encounter card? No, it's... I think we have encounter. Oh! Cornered Staff. When revealed, discard 1 player cards from the top of the encounter deck. Place 1 additional threat here for each boost icon discarded. So, discard 1 player cards from the top of the encounter deck. So that's 2 plus 3, 5. That's not good. Alright, well, we should try to do something about that, shouldn't we? Our turn. We got... Wait a minute. Yeah, we have 2 resources. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Cable, what does he say? After Cable thwarts and defeats a side scheme, draw a card. 2. Search your deck and discard pile for an ally and an upgrade that can be attached to that ally. Add them to your hand. X23. After she attacks and defeats an enemy, ready her. Okay. Alright. And she's a blue card, so I can get her in for pretty cheap. I don't think we're going to get Cable in. So, I'm going to bring in X23. Currently only have 2 allies. That's fine. So I'm going to bring her in. It's going to cost us the power of leadership and Cable. What's this command authority? Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Oh, we can draw a card if we pay for that. All right, I'm going to bring her in, though. I've spent my 3, right? Yes, 1, 2, 3. Yep. I want to have her attack for 3 damage, which is going to knock him out because he's only got 1 hit point. And her special ability is, after she attacks and defeats an enemy, ready her. So she's going to attack and then be readied. He is dead. He's going to flip over to part 2. And when he got a weapon attached, he gains Pierce. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for the Crossbones machine gun. And add it. I think we saw his stupid machine gun, didn't we? Yes, we did. It was one of the first cards. And he's going to have 14 hit points. He thinks that's going to be a lot. Watch this. Watch this. I think he's going to die. I think he's literally going to die this turn because X23 can take another damage now that she was ready and do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. He's down to 11. We can use this and we're going to do a basic attack, which is 2 damage plus 8 is 10 damage. He's down to 1. And we'll have Malcolm attack and kill him off. That was super good. I've never had like flip a villain over and then just completely like murder him in one turn. That was pretty good. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Did we get lucky? Did we outthink the enemies? Did we actually use our special abilities like we were supposed to, which is always a good thing? We're going to try again just to make sure we didn't mess that up. Let's see. We are looking for... I got to find the other experimental weapon. Okay. Flip him over. We could probably maybe even take him on a little tougher side, but let's not overstep our bounds here and get crazy, people. Let's not get crazy. It was a good battle, and we literally punched his face in very quickly, but that doesn't mean you can do that again. Maybe, oh, this... Did I miss something? Did I forget to do something? There's always that possibility as well. And we didn't see that nasty card. The nasty card, which shall be nameless. We do not name that here. Alright, so 12 hit points, huh? Alright. 12 hit points for us. This time I'm actually going to remember when I take damage. When I take damage to actually use my special ability. He's got the exosuit. Oh boy, that's the bad one. You got to get rid of one of each resource, and he gets +1 to both of his stats. That's not good. Alright, so he is all about the resources, getting the resources. So it's an interesting mechanic of how to try to take damage to get the resource cards in your hands, and then you use the resource cards to kind of energize your power. You have to do a basic attack. You spend a couple resources. A 1 for 2, I guess, is not bad. 1 resource for +2. You can only get up to +4, so you can get up to +8 damage. So 4 resources for 8 damage, I think is pretty decent return, I think. Alright, here we go. Six cards in the books. Let's see what we get. Genius. Suit Up. Bishop's Uniform. Concussive Blast. Team Training. Oh, yeah. We got some good ones. Alright. We got some good ones. 6 damage to an enemy. Paid for this event with a resource. Ready Bishop. Okay. Oh, that's right. We start over here. So we're gonna do some damage right off the bat to him. We're gonna do some damage to him right off the bat. Just try to figure out how we're doing this. All right. So first things first, we're going to flip over to Bishop. We're going to instantly attack. Might as well. Boom, boom. 2 damage. He's down to 10. He doesn't have any retaliate or anything like that. All right. Oh, that's right. Should we get rid of this card? He's going to get +1 to everything. We're going to play Concussive Blast, spending some Genius. And Suit Up. Deals 6 damage to an enemy. He's down to 4 hit points already. If you paid for this event with a resource, which we did, Ready Bishop, so we get to be readied. We're going to punch him again in the face for 2 more. He's down to 2. Then we're going to play our uniform for these 2 cards. And I will be done. So all I have is myself and my uniform. Okay. We got Bishop's Rifle, X-23, Randall, Advanced Suit, and Supercharged. We didn't get any of our... Alright, he gets 1 at the start of his turn. He goes to attack us, and we say, bring it on, baby. Come on, you hit us hard. He's 2 plus 2 is 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. We start at 12. So we should be at 8. Thank you. Don't know how to add. But we're going to take 4 damage, so we draw 4 cards. Any of these resources, we can add them to our hand. None of them are resources. And we literally have no resources in our hand right now either. So that means they're all in the deck somewhere. Alright, and then we have an encounter, which is Incite 1. Place a threat on the main scheme. Discard card from the top of the encounter deck until a weapon attachment is discarded. And then reveal that card. Weapon, oh my god, he got rid of an advance and assault. Here is a weapon attachment. Reveal that card. He's going to take 5 or more damage from his armor. Ugh, okay. Looks like we'll be slowed down. We were ready to knock him over, weren't we? Yes, we were. So we have X-23 and we have Randall. Randall. We do have Advanced Suit again. Exhaust the rifle and choose an enemy. Deal 1 damage to an enemy for each resource card in your hand. We don't have any resource cards. What do we need to get rid of? One of anything. And then we need to do 5 damage to get rid of this card. Yep. Alright. So how do we want to do this? We're going to do 5 damage. So X23 is coming in. We're going to spend these 3 valuable cards for her. But she's going to do 3 damage. I'm going to do 2 damage. That's 5 damage. That'll get rid of this card. When Crossbones would take any amount of damage, place it here. Instead, if there's 5 or more damage, discard this. So, it's gone. Alright, and she takes a damage for that. I'm going to put out my supercharged, might as well. I mean, it should put that out, so we're going to do that. Now the question is, do we flip over? If we flip over, he's going to scheme out, he's going to flip it over, and then he's going to get a +1 to his attack. Otherwise, we're going to let him attack us, do a lot of damage again. He's going to scheme out on that anyways, isn't he? Because there's nothing we can do, which means he's going to get another attachment. Nothing I can do to prevent that. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to prevent that. Because both of my guys are exhausted. I have no more cards. So yeah, we'll let him scheme out on us. That's fine. And oh wait, right. Well, we're not done yet. Hang on a second. We attacked, right? So we're going to flip over. And this special ability is, after you change this form, add a temporal card in your discard pile to your hand. Do we have a temporal card in the discard pile? Unfortunately, the only one we have is Randall. Oh no, we have Buster's Rifle. But we don't have any of our... I was hoping to get one of our energies, our resources. And then I could put our resource on here, which will let us do a lot of damage again. Alright, we'll take Randall. Put him into our hand, that's fine. Alright. And then we'll ready and draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Randall, stored energy, concussive blast, command authority, strength, and Morrow. Not bad hand. Alright, he's gonna scheme out. Boom. We go to part 2, the Infinity Stone. He's going to get another thing. He's going to try to scheme for 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus the one it starts with is going to be 5. Oh, wow, that's not good. And then we're going to have an encounter. Oops, this should have been an experimental weapon. Oh, I put the wrong one in there. This one should be there, not this one. Shuffle that up. My bad. He's using the experimental weapons, and then he's also got the weapon something or another. Weapon master, whatever it is. So I put the knife in there instead of his other thing. My bad. Alright, encounter. Oh, great. Oh, great. Legions of Hydra. All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 threat on that. Because if Madam Hydra is not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Madam Hydra and put her into play. Engage with you. Then shuffle the encounter deck. Place 2 additional threat here for each Hydra enemy in play. He's an Hydra enemy. He's a Hydra enemy. That's +2, +2. That's 4. Plus the 3 is 7. Plus now she's there. She can't take damage while this is still in play. And that's not nice at all. That was like the worst draw we could have gotten. I think the worst draw we could have gotten. Okay, congratulations. He's almost schemed out again, which is not good. Randall, you're going to thwarting. You better get your butt in there. Let's go get him. Yeah, this is going to be bad. This whole setup is very bad. All right, Randall is coming in. We know that. So it's going to cost us 3. That's going to be a stored energy and a... Ooh. Okay, all right. Think about this. Think about what we want to do. So 2 for that, and then I need 1 more, I guess. It's going to be Concussive Blast. All right. That's fine. Now I'm going to do Command Authority, spending this strength for that. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. If you paid for this card with a resource card, draw a card. So we did, so we get to draw a card. Oh, look at that. And we brought in some this. All right, I am going to flip over. All right, we got to do this in a certain order, so everyone calm down. Randall is going to thwart for 2. Boom. I'm going to thwart for 2, which is going to remove the Legions of Hydra. That was pretty good to get rid of 7 threat like that. Now... more importantly, we're going to bring in Morrow with the energy we just drew, which was awesome. And when he comes into play, we can put 2 damage on an enemy. That's going to be her for sure. And then I'm going to have Morrow attack and do 2 more damage to her. And I will ready everyone. You are over on your side, over there. Unfortunately, ranged. Yeah, this is going to be bad. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has not gone as smooth as last one, has it? No, it is not. Okay. We got Cable, Energy Conversion, another Supercharged, Advanced Suit, and Legion. Alright, he's one at the start of his turn. He goes to attack us. Which is going to be 1, 2, 3. So we're going to have Moro get in the way because... Yep. We can't afford to take that much damage. So Moro gets in the way. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Moro, thank you so much. We have Madam Hydra attacking. She's going to do 2 damage. She's going to attack, and we're just going to take the 2 damage. And we get to draw 2 cards because of our... After Bishop takes any amount of damage from an attack, discard an equal number of cards from the top of your deck. Any resource card discarded this way into your hand. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Then we can activate our Bishop's uniform. After you resolve energy absorption, exhaust the uniform, heal 1 damage for Bishop for each resource card in your hand. We currently have 2 resource cards in our hand. That was... I love it. I love it when that happens. Something good like that actually happens in this crappy game like this. This game is designed to screw you over. And when you can finally, somehow, some way, screw the game over, it is the best feeling in the world. Oh, yes. All right, now it's... so that was your attack. So we still have an encounter, though. Let's not get too big for our britches. When revealed, choose to either take 2 damage or place a threat on the main scheme. Well, we can't place a threat, so we're going to have to take 2 damage. Boom, boom. Well, guess what? We get to draw 2 cards if there are any resources. No. That's too bad. And it's already exhausted, so we can't do that again, unfortunately. Look at these resources we got this time, though. But we got a bunch of zeros. But we can also get rid of these. Wait a minute. Oh, can we kill them? We can kill them, can't we? We can kill them again. We can kill them again. Because what we need to do, how many damage do we need to do again? We flip him over, it's 14 damage. I can put these 2, which will give us 4... That would give us 8 damage plus the 2. That would give us 10 damage from us. She can do 3. That's 13. He can do 1. That's 14 damage. So we need to flip him over. And maybe we can use Cable to flip him over. So I got 4 to bring Cable in. I got these 4. All right, so we're discarding these. Boom, boom. To put 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of these is plus 2. I can then bring Cable in for these 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cable can then hit him for 3, which will knock him out. Boom. Knocks him out. He's dead. He flips over. Searching counter. Oh, he gets his machine gun, which is no big deal because he's going to die instantly again. Oh, look at that. Second from the bottom, Shadows of the Past. That was nice. There's this machine gun was 4th from the bottom. Look at that. I think we're going to win again. as tough as he's tried to make it this time, I think we're still going to beat him. I think we're still going to win, right? So he's going to get this. But he's only got 14 hit points. Right? 14, yes. So I'm going to do a basic attack. So 2 plus 8 is 10 points of damage. Boom. So he's down to 4. X23 will attack for 3. Knocks him down to 1. And then for the win... Cable would have taken 2 damage when he did his attack. For the win, Randall does 1 point of damage and knocks him out. That was really good. He had the Hydra Bomber out. He had Hydra. I mean, we could have, slow played it a little bit, but I figured, you know what? Let's go for it. If we can do the damage, we can wipe him out. He's got all these special abilities. Who cares? Because you're dead. And you can't use special abilities when you're dead. As Kanji would say. You can't use your special abilities when you're dead. Alright, well there you go. That's Crossbones versus Bishop. Yes. As I talked about in the beginning, we played Magic the other day. I don't know if I was playing her right, using her special abilities. I know I wasn't using her special abilities right. And because of that, she was very weak, and I was not having a good time with her. And probably that was mostly my fault. I will take full responsibility for that. I think if we put Magic up against a normal hero, and I use her special abilities, she would probably be a lot better than she is, I'll tell you that. Experimental weapons is the ones we're looking for. There we go. There's the 4. So, that's pretty good. There's still a bunch of other heroes we haven't played yet. We haven't played Rogue. I don't know how to play Rogue. I think she's all about putting this touched card on minions or villains or allies and getting different special abilities, which will energize some of her other cards in her deck. We're using a protection deck with her. That's what we have set up anyways. So we haven't played her much. I've never played this dude, Miles Morales, because when I play Spider-Man, I want to play the actual Spider-Man, not the wannabe Spider-Man. But I hear he's a lot better than the original Spider-Man, because they kind of fixed Spider-Man with him instead of actually fixing the original character. They made him a champion and a web warrior, which is one of the things they didn't make. The original was a web warrior. And so he uses leadership. So someday we'll play him as well. We have played Ghost Spider a few times, a long time ago. It's been a long time, but Captain America is supposed to be pretty good. And I don't play Captain America as much as I should, but now that we got his new player sleeves, we will probably be playing a little bit more Captain America. And then, of course, there's Peter. And he's one of my faves. I really like him. I don't care how powerful he is. I still like him a lot. And, yeah, I'll take him up against the lower level hero villains. Take him up against the lower level villains, and I will have a lot of fun playing them. Maybe Peter Parker can't take on Xantos, and he can't take on Ronan and Venom Goblin and Nebula and a couple of the really tough villains. But at least he can take on some of the other guys and we can have some fun with him. So it's all about just getting the power level of your hero equal to the power level of the villain, or maybe just slightly more. When you're playing against the villains that are much higher than your heroes, it's just no fun because you can't do anything. But anyways, Bishop, not too bad. And this is, I think, with the pre-con deck. I don't think I did, like I said, many changes, if any. As a matter of fact, what I can do is look at my that's Iceman, Deadpool, what if I probably in here somewhere. Gosh darn it. There's all kinds of standard deck 1, standard deck 2, standard deck 3, expert deck 1, expert deck 2, expert deck 3. So you can kind of fine tune how tough or difficult you want to make the game. Just looking to see. You'll move over there. See if I can. Let's see here. Gambit, Phoenix, Rogue, Spider-Ham, Psylocke, X-23. There's another one I never played. Psylocke, Rogue, Angel, SP, DR. Oh my god, where is... Huh. For some reason, somehow, some way, I don't have... I got all of them except for Bishop. What the hell did I do with the Bishop one? Must have put it somewhere else. I was looking to see what his default deck was and see if there's any changes that we made to it. I don't think we did, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't see his card. I wouldn't have thrown it away. I know that. I've kept every one of the cards for reasons, and I'm just... As it got stuck in the paperwork. Probably tossed it somewhere else. This is Pete. No, that's Iceman's. I don't know. I don't know where his pre-con card is, so I don't know what we've changed to it. Bummer. It's not in here. Let's make sure I didn't like put a... no, there's his his obligation and his treachery cards. I don't know. Unfortunately, it's probably around in this pile of mess somewhere. All right, well, we'll just have to look at for it another time. Thanks, everyone, for coming out. What do you think of Bishop? If you played Bishop, what do you think of him? Is he pretty good? I think he, again, I don't know if it's because you're going against one of the tend to be easier villains. I don't know if that makes it that big a difference. He did seem to be a little bit more intuitive than Magic. Maybe there's more going on with Magic than meets the eye. There is a lot of these X-Men cards that I haven't played with because I haven't done a lot of the X-Men stuff. And so obviously there's a lot of unfamiliarity with the whole X-Men cards and how they all interwork and everything. And so obviously need some more gameplay just to get that under the belt a little bit. But anyways, what do you guys think? Bishops seem to be pretty decent. I like his little mechanic going after resources. The one thing we didn't actually see was one of his cards actually has a special ability where you take all of his cards, all of his resource cards from his discard pile, and you shuffle them back into his deck. So you use a bunch of your resources up, they go into your discard pile, then you activate that and you take all those resources back out and shuffle them back into your deck. And then, of course, when you take damage, you're going to be drawing those resources so you can activate your armor to then heal. Yeah, it's not a bad little combo thing going on. I think it's pretty cool. Obviously he's going to play a little bit different than the other heroes, and I think that's good. But yeah, it's definitely, I don't know. Magic is all about playing with the top card up, and it's about thinking and taking your time and going, okay, if the enemy attacks me, I got this card in my hand, which I can, I can defend with those cards, but I need to have the face-up card needs to be an energy symbol, and so I have to use this card so I can change out that card and get an energy symbol on the top of my deck. And it's all about managing the top card of your deck, and seemed like it was a little bit extra work for not as much fun. But it definitely, it's going to give you some challenges. So if you like challenges, maybe Magic is more for you, more for your style, I guess. For me, I like more of the straightforward, do this and be done with it. Draw resources. Okay, I'm drawing resources. There we go. All right, so there you go. That is a look at Bishop. Not bad. First playthrough. We will see if there's somebody you want to see. Miles Morales Spider-Man is on the Cable. We have not played Cable. He's the new side scheme hero, where he comes with a bunch of different side schemes that you try to complete because he's got a special ability every time he completes a side scheme. So I don't think we've ever played him. After Cable defeats a side scheme, ready him. Oh yeah, so defeat side schemes. He's 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense. Not bad. And his alter ego is you may include side schemes from any aspect. So he can do red, green, and yellow. And yeah. So playing him might be nice. Iceman, which brand new. We just got him. So that would be kind of cool to play him as well. And, see what his mechanic is. His mechanic is all about adding these little frostbite tokens to an enemy. And the enemy's going to get -1 to their scheming and -1 to their attack. And yeah, so he's got like 6 of these. So every time he hits somebody, they get frozen a little bit and they do less damage. So that's kind of cool. All right, that's it for today for now anyways. We'll see you all later. Until then, my friends, take care of yourselves. And we'll see you all down the line. Thanks for coming by. Have a good night, guys.